Namaste, Suswagatam, and welcome to our Sunday edition of Words of Wisdom Gyan Ganga on our Virat Hindustan Sangam social media channels. As you know, we are simultaneously on numerous audio, video, and podcast. So, friends across the globe can watch us, view us, and even hear us as this per their convenience. So, with these words, we are today entering our episode number 243, and the topic is, will opposition sink if Rahul Gandhi loses Indian citizenship? As you all know, Dr. Swamy, as reported by the uh, media, Dr. Swamy has filed a PIL in the Delhi High Court, and this program is in relations to Rahul Gandhi's citizenship and his British citizenship. So, with these words, it is over to Dr. Subramanian Swamy to initiate today's discussion on the topic, so opposition sink in Rahul Gandhi loses in Indian citizenship. Over to Dr. Swamy.
Thank you, Jagdish. Just like to remind you that Sonia Gandhi would have been Prime Minister, but for my intervention with Dr. Abdul Kalam, and it was the same kind of thing that she was barred from being the Prime Minister of India because of a certain Italian law which she was bound by, and she had hidden that from our people, and that I gave to Dr. Abdul Kalam, and I must say we should all remember him. He had the courage, despite all the threats that were given to him, to tell her that although he had invited her to form the government, he said, I can't continue because of what I've been given by Dr. Swamy, and I'll have to have it checked out. And that's how Manmohan Singh became Prime Minister, and she could not, and never again she tried. I don't know what's wrong with this family of Italians, that they keep getting involved in all these idiotic foreign matters. Rahul Gandhi was an Indian, born in India. What was the need for what he did? And I'm sure that our people, our people in the panel will bring this out more clearly. But let me say one thing, that I have now reached a stage where I can go to court. Why didn't I go earlier? Well, first of all, when I gave the papers in the mid of 2016, Rajnath was being prevented from acting on it by you know who could be senior enough to prevent him from doing it. But I must give credit to our lady minister who contested from Rahul Gandhi's constituency and in UP, and she in fact brought Rajnath to the right track, and that's how the letter, which was ultimately issued in 2019, was sent before the elections took place, and it helped, of course, our candidate in UP to win the election and defeat Rahul Gandhi in that. So I'm saying that this, I don't want to involve too many people by name, because this uh, they may be embarrassed, they don't want to know, so I'm keeping it there, but everybody can guess what I'm saying. So let me begin by saying, now we have reached the finality, because the matter has gone long enough with Mr. Amit Shah sitting on it and doing nothing about it. Rajnath had sent this letter, show cause notice, why your citizenship should not be cancelled. And that letter also we have reproduced, as you can see in the screen. And he did not reply. Right from 2019 till date, he has not even sent one word acknowledging that I've received your letter and I'll be giving an answer soon. But he did not. And when Mr. Amit Shah came, I wrote to him 4 or 5 letters and no reply. Then our journalist friend Gopi Krishnan, he was part of the the these Akbarwala's gathering that takes place in minister's room, and he raised it there also, and there was stunned silence when he raised it. Then Ahmad Shah said, "No, no, abhi bhi hum investigation kar rahe hain." There's nothing to investigate. These are documents, as you will be shown on the. It will be seen in this on the screen very soon. But the fact is that here is a person who's supposed to be come from the lineage of Jawaharlal Nehru, and who had everything he wanted. And what he does is he goes and starts a small company in London, which he cannot start unless he becomes a citizen. And he goes and becomes a citizen. And so we are dealing with a man who has no love for India. And I just don't understand why he should be even one more day an Indian citizen. Because if you look at the Constitution of India, let me just read out what it says very clearly. And that is Article 9: persons voluntarily acquiring citizenship of a foreign state not to be citizens. No person shall be a citizen of India by virtue of Article 5 or by deemed to be a citizen of India by virtue of Article 6 or 8 if he has voluntarily acquired the citizenship of any foreign state. I asked legal experts how long can they take. He said, no, the day you get it, he will be asked a question: is this genuine or false? And then we'll have it checked in London, and all this will be done. And in fact, before my before Rajnath wrote the letter to Rahul Gandhi, he had asked the Indian embassy to check with the British government whether this is a genuine government certificate. He said it is, after all, that company that is nationalized company, and so consequently there was nothing left, and he should have been terminated at that time itself. My junior colleagues who are now becoming senior, uh, Satya Sabharwal has prepared the draft, the matters, and it has been filed, and the court has agreed to list it and hear it on 20th. We have two very sharp-minded journalists, not journalists, but lawyers who can do journalists' work and go and hunt and bring out data. And one is called Parth. He has been with me now for 5 years, and the other is Priya Jha, who came in last year. So we have a team which is looking at every angle of it, and we are all convinced that Rahul Gandhi's citizenship will be cancelled, and there's no way of, again. I mean, if, of course, later on if he gives up British citizenship and applies to India, there'll be at least 7-8 years we'll have to wait. All the checkings will be done. But those are things which really shows that Rahul Gandhi will not be acceptable anymore. So that's the end. But let me say a few things. One is that Rahul Gandhi has not replied to Rajnath's letter. Why? What is, I mean, does he think he is so above the law that he doesn't have to reply? He is not any more above the law because National Herald case he is already had to take bail with surety and with security that is a person. Priyanka Gandhi had to stand for him that if he ran away from the country, she will be put in jail in his place. So this has happened in National Herald, which is also my case. And I mean, but for the fact that the government of Mr. Modi is not giving me the documents I'm asking for, which I'm entitled under the law. So I have gone to the High Court for getting a direction, and I hope soon to get those documents. And on that also, they will be prosecuted. They are supposed to be leaders of the opposition, Jawaharlal Nehru's descendants, and this is the level to which they have gone. So I would say that it is the fact that Rahul Gandhi is still a citizen of India is because of Mr. Modi. Mr. Modi has not allowed anyone to move further. Last time I told you, it was Rajnath who was under pressure from Smriti Irani. Of course, I've named her, but fact is that she is strong enough to withstand any criticism of that. And because of that, this letter was written by the Home Ministry, which is very clear, and which Jagdish and your colleagues have put together, and I'm sure it will be shown in the and read. Read says foreigners division, and that itself is something that gives away the whole thing. So I would say, rather than take more of your time and get other inputs, let me just say that the case is coming on the 20th, and we are just asking for a direction to the Home Ministry to take a stand. And then I will can go again to the court if the Home Ministry goes against us and says, no, 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 these are Pakistani documents, they are not Indian documents, or something silly. Then we will have to go to the court and get a direction for his investigation by an independent body which the court can appoint for the purpose. So that's the position today. And I think it's time that we get genuine the Desi leaders in all parties. All these people who have these foreign connections, they can't be trusted because the long and short of it is they somehow think that that's a fallback position for them, and that's not good for our Indian politics. Over to you, Jagdish.
Thank you, Dr. Swamy, for that insight in the whole matter, and letting our viewers know what exactly is the case and what have you been doing on this matter, and what have you been that you filed a PIL, and it is coming up next week in the Delhi High Court for hearing. So for the benefit of the viewers,
one
yes.
minute. One more thing I forgot to put it in right in the beginning, and that is these documents are not easy to get. They are government documents, and a man who got it with what methods he used and all, I'm not getting. He can himself answer. Is on our panel, and that is Ramesh Swamy, no relative of mine, by the way. But the fact is that he is a scientist. He's a scientist. On electronics. He's a genius. And one day he sent me this and said, "Are you interested in this?" I nearly hit the roof, and that's how I got it. So I'm very happy to see individuals are able to work for fighting corruption in our country. Over to you, Jagdish.
Thank you, Dr. Swamy. I would now request Ramesh Swamy to once more display the document where the address of the document where the address is shown of the registered office of the company, so that our viewers get some idea. Yes. Now, if you see, it says Rahul Gandhi address as 51 Southgate Street. And now I will request Ramesh ji to show the address of this place. This is the address of 51 Southgate Street. Ramesh, can you show the other partners, other director's name?
Sure, Jagdish. Hang on.
This is just for the benefit of our viewers.
Yeah, only
Now,
one more.
Yes. Ulrich McKnight is the other, whose nationality here is shown as American, but this is for the benefit of our viewers, and here it is being shown, and for the benefit of the viewers, who is this McKnight? He is the son-in-law of the former Minister of State for Finance of India, Mr. Edward Ferraro's son-in-law, if I'm right, Dr. Swamy.
He's external affairs, the Minister of
He was
State
also
for
external affairs, and one time he was finance in Rajiv Gandhi's government, and he
Yes.
was an MP from Goa. This is his son-in-law, who is the other director of this backups company. And for the
Jagdish,
benefit
himself
of
has
the viewers,
declared He himself has declared he's a co-founder of backups.
Yes, you can highlight that. Yes.
Uh,
And for the benefit of the viewers, there was another backups company which was also registered in India,
Yeah,
and which
Mumbai.
and which, as per the assets or returns, financial returns, a candidate has to file. This Rahul Gandhi has shown holding shares in that company also. So this is the other details which the company which is registered in India. Mumbai, Maharashtra state it is. This is just a background of information for the benefit of our viewers, that Rahul Gandhi forms this company in the United Kingdom's,
nationality
files,
British. Yes.
Britain, and then he files annual returns, and the company afterwards is wound up in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. And throughout all this filing which Rahul Gandhi has done, he has declared himself as a nationality, or his nationality is shown as British. And this is the document which is the equivalent of register of companies, and this
Right.
is available on their website known as Company House.
Yeah.
Even if you see the document which I am displaying, we have got the latest one. And if we show a backups limited below, Ramesh, if you can focus on it, this we have even have the latest information. No, this is on the top few lines. Ramesh, on the top.
Yeah,
This
it
is
says-
bottom.
The date is already here. This is the latest one, but Dr. Swamy has definitely used the one which on which basis the government of India had here it shows the 16th. No, Ramesh, a little up. Yes.
Yeah.
Created 16th August 2024. This is available, what is known as Company House, their website. And this is the basis of the document which Dr. Swamy had written to the government of India many years ago. And in 2019, the government of India, the Foreigners Division, as Ramesh has already displayed that original letter, the Home Ministry's Foreign Division, it's coming up. Government of India, Ministry of Home Affairs, Foreigners Division issued this notice to Rahul Gandhi on 29th April 2019. So this is the background of the case, and Dr. Swamy has approached the Delhi High Court for the inaction of the government to investigate this matter forward. Dr. Swamy, my another question to you is related to the National Herald case, and which has some relations here, because the National Herald case is one private case of yours which is going on. But in two related matters, based on your original complaint, the Income Tax Department seems to have fined Rahul and Sonia Gandhi 420 crore rupees. And
Yes.
they went to the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal and then lost for that. Then they went to the Delhi High Court, and both Sonia and Rahul Gandhi lost. And since 2018, the matter is pending in the Supreme Court. And
Yes.
another related matter, the National Herald House in New Delhi, Bahadur Shah Jafar Marg, which Arvind's picture, Arvind has the background of National Herald House in his photo frame. The DDA under the Urban Development Ministry, under then Urban Development Mr. Venkaya, had cancelled the lease of this property, because this lease was given to National Herald as it was a newspaper and was publishing the newspaper. But after the ceasing of publication of the newspaper, this Herald House is being used for various other activities and to get rentals. And surprisingly, one of the rentals is from the Ministry of External Affairs, which has a Passport Seva Kendra in that building. So the DDA has cancelled the lease. The Sonia, Rahul and National Herald people have gone to, the Associated Journal had gone to the High Court, and they have lost there, and the matter is pending in the Supreme Court. Now, why am I saying all this? I'm saying all this is since 2018, the matter is pending in the Supreme Court. Cases against politicians are expedited in the trial court. But in the Supreme Court, the government of India, the Solicitor General and his team have made no efforts since 2018 to expedite the hearing of this matter. So it is nearly 6 years that the government of India, either they have kept quiet or they are made to keep quiet. The matter is not proceeding in the Supreme Court. So the idea of saying all this is government has enormous powers. The case Dr. Swamy has filed, the government can on its own take action, but because it has failed to take action, Dr. Swamy has been forced to move the High Court in the present case to make the government act. So, Dr. Swamy, I want to know, why is Modi's government soft towards this corrupt Congress family and the dynasty? Can you tell our viewers why is it so?
It comes from the Gujarat situation, and there's a deal between the two. And I know that there's a deal. I'm aware of the deal, but I have no documents, so I don't put it out in the public domain. But Modi, like in the case of China and Ladakh, where the Chinese are occupied our territory and he's keeping quiet and saying "Koi aaya nahi," he has compulsion not to go against Sonia Gandhi.
Okay, Ramesh, your next question.
Yes, so Dr. Swamy, what has incidentally happened a lot of people in between, all the useless scrap people have filed a case about the same citizenship in the Supreme Court, and some of the viewers want to know, they have been dismissed by the Supreme Court, and so the question is, how will the High Court accept this, or are they based on that? What is did they not follow due process?
No, it's in the Supreme Court. If you go there and it's dismissed, and then you come with a totally different but relevant documentation, the Supreme Court will consider it. You see, it's just because that they have dismissed it because of the matter, the facts placed before them was not worth acting in favor of the petitioner. So if tomorrow you want to, I have myself so many cases. This preamble case that I'm presently at, it's being heard because I've brought whole new facts into the picture. The previous people have got it dismissed because they just made it saying that the country doesn't want socialism, therefore it is. So there's nothing to be worried about the fact, or any of the people who are listening to this program to be worried about the fact that just because it was dismissed, therefore it can't be. Now it is also it is no more something that can be litigated. If you get new facts, it can be brought up anytime again.
Okay, so quickly, Dr. Swamy, you said that, I mean, the way I found out this was very funny, because I was researching some other thing. I don't want to, we talked about this before. It is something to do with Jet Airways. So I was researching for that, but then I accidentally bumped into this website. And I said, okay, let me, for the fun of it, I just put his name and see if I can find out. It took me a while because it was layered into a lot of documents. So then when I finally found out and I downloaded it, the first thing I remember this way back is I first downloaded all the documents, because I know this could go crazy at any point in time. So I downloaded all the documents and I called you and I said, you go please sit in front of your computer. Then I actually sent them to a computer and you opened it and you just said, what, is this true? So then when I showed you on their website, I think a couple of days, I think, Jagdish, we had the press conference, if I remember right. Within a day or so, we had a press conference about this. The interesting part, Dr. Swamy, after you exposed this, in 3 days, the company has removed the documents. I mean, if they removed it. Actually, if you go even today, as Jagdish said, somebody had to go really fight for it to get it. If today you go search on company's house, you won't find these documents. So you really have to go through a certain set of layers to access even the document that Jagdish showed us as of 16th of August. You just cannot get to the document that easily. Because why should a UK government remove this stuff, Swamy? I'm very surprised as to why should, if it is a public document, why should they delete it? So
he's an Englishman.
It's a very interesting subject, and during that time, Dr. Swamy, when you expose this, many opportunistic people within BJP tried to take credit for this, but unfortunately they were not, because you were the one who exposed this to the public and saying that, you know what, this is what matters. It's important that we take a look at this. So all along you've said that Rahul Gandhi is also known as Rahul Vinci. If he has 2 passports, people didn't believe you, but here you go. He has himself admitted in one of the documents, Dr. Swamy, he himself, handwritten, has struck the word British and written Indian next to it and signed it. But that was only after the 4th year. For 3 years and consecutively, he has signed as British citizenship. I mean, because we don't have enough time, we can show all, because all the documents, I have documents worth for about 4 years or something, whatever I was on. When we use that, when you see that document, Dr. Swamy, for 3 consecutive years, he has signed the document as Rahul Gandhi, British citizen. In the 4th, I think the 4th year or the 5th year, he has struck that word British and he put Indian.
Yeah, in ink.
Yeah, in ink. Why would you do that? Because otherwise you have to go back and file an amendment. This due process is you go file, okay, if the document is wrong.
In Hindi they say चोर के दाढ़ी में तिनका है.
On that note, Dr. Swamy, a lot of people are asking for you to say something in Hindi as well. So
I think we can start with Arvind Chaturvedi and then Dr. Swamy can respond to in Hindi.
धन्यवाद जगदीश. डॉक्टर स्वामी, ये सवाल आपने आज से 6 साल पहले उठाया था और प्रत्येक चुनाव में भारतीय जनता पार्टी और उनके नेता माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी भी परिवारवाद को कोसते रहते हैं. परिवारवाद, 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 और उनका निशाना सबको पता है कि गांधी परिवार है. अगर उनका निशाना गांधी परिवार है और पूरी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की राजनीति का एकमात्र विरोध जो हो रहा है देश में वो कांग्रेस कर रही है, तो एक झटके में आपके इस शिकायत का लाभ उठाकर वो क्यों नहीं राहुल गांधी को निकाल देते? उनका तो बहुत आसान तरीका है. और जो आपने संकेत दिए हैं, माननीय मोदी जी क्यों राहुल गांधी को बचा रहे हैं या उनकी माता श्री सोनिया गांधी जी को बचा रहे हैं, इसमें उनका स्वार्थ क्या है? और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के दूसरे नेता मोदी जी पर दबाव क्यों नहीं डाल रहे आपकी शिकायत के बावजूद कि एक झटके में वो कांग्रेस को नेस्त नाबूद कर सकते हैं, कांग्रेस को तहस नहस कर सकते हैं और देश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी का राज 20, 25, 30 सालों तक आएगा, इसकी सुनिश्चित कर सकते हैं. फिर क्यों नहीं कर रहे?
देखिए, इसमें ऐसे सवाल तो आपका, मैंने जो अभी कहा था चाइना के बारे में, क्यों नहीं कहते हैं कि चाइना ने आक्रमण किया हमारे देश में? इसके पीछे कहीं ना कहीं डर होगी कि हम करेंगे तो हमारे बारे कुछ खुलासा हो जाएगा जिससे हमें परेशानी होगी और हम प्रधानमंत्री नहीं रह सकते हैं, और कुछ नहीं हो सकता. और वो भी मैं जानता हूँ क्या है, परंतु मेरे पास आधार नहीं है. अभी मिल जाएगा तो मैं यहीं आपके ज्ञान गंगा में आकर बता दूंगा. परंतु इन दोनों के जब ये प्रधानमंत्री ने शपथ लिया तो पहला टी पार्टी जो उसका था उसमें इनकी और सोनिया की अलग भेंट हुई थी जो अरुण जेटली ने ऑर्गेनाइज किया था. अब क्या जल्दी थी इनको कि इनके जो हमारे इतने विरोधी थे उनको पहले जाके अकेला एक तरफ ले जा करके बात करें राष्ट्रपति भवन में, तो उसी से लग जाता है. और कई बार मुझे भी संकेत मिला है कि नेशनल हेराल्ड केस में कि इनको जेल मत भेजो. जब मेरी फाइनल बहस हो रही थी कि इनको क्या सजा दी जाए, यानी अभी प्रिमा फेसी होने के कारण, उस समय जेल जाना और वहां जेल में इनकी पूछताछ होना ये अनिवार्य थी. परंतु आखिर में जज ने कहा कि नहीं हम इसको जेल की जरूरत नहीं है. ऐसा तो ये मिली भगत जो है वो आपस की जो डर है उसको दूर करती है.
डॉक्टर स्वामी, इससे संबंधित एक बहुत बड़ा खुलासा अभी
हाँ।
2 दिन पहले इंटरनेट पे आया है। बांग्लादेश का एक अखबार है वीकली ब्लिट्स, उसमें एक पत्रकार हैं सलाउद्दीन शोएब चौधरी। उन्होंने राहुल गांधी के बारे में डार्क सीक्रेट्स के नाम से एक पूरा खुलासा किया है। उन्होंने ये भी खुलासा किया है कि राहुल गांधी की महिला मित्र कौन कौन है।
हाँ।
उन्होंने ये भी खुलासा किया है कि राहुल गांधी शादीशुदा हैं, इनके 2 बच्चे हैं, उन 2 बच्चों का नाम भी उन्होंने बताया है। खैर ये तो व्यक्तिगत जीवन हो गया, उसमें बहुत ज्यादा प्रश्न नहीं हो सकते, लेकिन वो छिपा रहे भारतीय जनता से, ये एक बहुत बड़ी बात है। दूसरा, जो सबसे बड़ी बात उन्होंने कही है कि बांग्लादेश में जो तख्ता पलट हुआ है 10 दिन पहले, बांग्लादेश के तख्ता पलट में राहुल गांधी का हाथ है और खालिद जिया के बेटे से राहुल गांधी की मुलाकात हुई थी इस तख्ता पलट के पहले। और सलाउद्दीन ने ये आरोप लगाया है कि राहुल गांधी जो बांग्लादेश में अब सरकार आ रही है इससे मिले जुले हैं ताकि शेख हसीना के खिलाफ जो ताकतें हैं वो मजबूत हो जाएं और भारत कमजोर हो जाए।
अब मैं इससे इसके साथ एक और जोड़ सकता हूँ। राहुल गांधी और उसका गर्लफ्रेंड, एक लैटिन अमेरिकन गर्लफ्रेंड, दोनों लंदन से निकले और बॉस्टन में उतरे और वहाँ FBI ने उनको पकड़ ली। और जो पुलिस है बॉस्टन एयरपोर्ट का, वो उन्होंने इनको पकड़ के इसको खोला। उनमें इतना यानी क्या नहीं मिला उसमें। और अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी ने खुद कॉन्डेलीजा राइस, जो नेशनल सिक्योरिटी यानी एक्सपर्ट थी, और उनका जो यानी फॉरेन मिनिस्टर कहते हैं, वो उस रैंक में थी, उसको फोन करके कहा कि ये ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए। मुझे नटवर सिंह ने बताया सारी बातें, क्योंकि बाद में नटवर सिंह भी थोड़ा खिन हो गए थे ना, तो उन्होंने थोड़ा कुछ बताया, पूरा नहीं बताया। परंतु वो सारी बातों को सुनकर मैं समझता हूँ कि ये राष्ट्रीय सेवक संघ के इतनी परिश्रम के बाद ये आते हैं और उनको गद्दी में बिठाते हैं और आखिर में इस प्रकार से झुक जाते हैं। इससे हम लोगों को दुख होता है कि कितने कार्यकर्ताओं के साथ विश्वासघात हुआ है।
डॉक्टर स्वामी, मैं एक लेटर दिखाना चाहता हूँ डॉक्टर स्वामी। दिस इज द लेटर दैट आपने जो नरेंद्र मोदी जी को लिखा था कि इसी बैकअप्स के बारे में। Nothing happened. I just want to show the people out there saying that Dr. Swamy wrote this letter in 2015. All the other jokers were coming and claiming credit. Try to understand this. Dr. Swamy had written a letter to Narendra Modi in 2015. Zilch. Nothing happened. I think in December 2015 there was a Santa Claus party, but that is a different issue. We all what happened when Santa Claus went to see Sonia Gandhi, but Dr. Swamy had very clearly written to the Prime Minister with all proof, including a balance sheet signed by the directors of Backups Limited, filed in UK, saying they had a revenue stream, they had some expenses stream. Nothing has happened, Dr. Swamy, including you had very clearly mentioned the amount of cash that has moved. This showing that he's taken, that he's not an Indian citizen, he's a British citizen. This was a letter written by Dr. Swamy to Narendra Modi, and Modi has not done anything. He's done zero. He's done zilch, and I don't think he's ever going to do, because there's a Santa Claus agreement, is what I'm assuming.
Oh, he's not going to do it.
So
he cannot.
Clear. Look at all. It is certificate of incorporation. Dr. Swamy had filed each and every piece of document. This is the set of documents that I downloaded, Dr. Swamy, and you're aware of this. This is one that you sent to. Look, is this? Rahul Gandhi, 2 Frognall Way, person, he has declared. What more do you need, Dr. Swamy? What more proof do you need beyond these documents?
Yeah.
He himself has filed these documents.
Yes.
How can they go wrong? And it has been authenticated, yes. These documents are authenticated, but now you won't get these documents, Dr. Swamy. I mean, they are somehow or the other, something has happened. It's gone. So it shows the share capital, who owns what more proof the public need, and Narendra Modi has been doing nothing from 2015, almost 10 years, almost 9 years now. I mean, 9 years now, and nothing has been done on this in spite of clinching evidence like this, Dr. Swamy. What do you say? Do you have any words, Dr. Swamy?
नरेंद्र मोदी has his
आप हिंदी में
backside
भी
to
बात कर दीजिए, हिंदी में भी बोल दीजिए, डॉक्टर स्वामी।
नहीं, मैं तो कहता हूँ कि अपनी बचाव के लिए नरेंद्र मोदी कर रहा है, ये तो हम सब जानते हैं। नहीं, हमारे जैसे लोग जो इसमें दिलचस्पी लेते हैं, कई ऐसे बातें हैं। और नरेंद्र मोदी चाइना के सामने खड़ा नहीं हो सकता। नरेंद्र मोदी बांग्लादेश में भी जो उसने झुकाव दिखाई है, जहां अपने हिंदुओं को बचाने के लिए आर्मी को भेजना चाहिए था और उन्होंने नहीं किया। और उनकी मजबूरी को समझना चाहिए। और मैं समझता हूं कि उनके इर्द गिर्द भी ऐसे ही है। फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी, फॉरेन मिनिस्टर जो हैं, वो चाइना में जब एम्बेसडर थे और मोदी एक चीफ मिनिस्टर के नाते वहां आते 10 बार आए थे, तो ये क्या हुआ, ये तो चाइनीज बताते हैं मुझे। जब मैं चाइनीज के साथ हमारी दोस्ती थी, ये लद्दाख के पहले हमारी दोस्ती तो बहुत जबरदस्त थी चाइनीज के साथ। और उसके बाद मैंने कहा कि तुमने धोखा दिया।
During this time, 2005, Rahul Gandhi has not filed an affidavit. I think we are losing Dr. Swamy. Okay, he had not filed an affidavit. He did not declare this company.
Yes,
he should have been disqualified then for falsifying documents.
That's right.
Even that you had showed, Dr. Swamy, you mentioned even this during the press conference, that he had misled the election commission. In spite of you giving that evidence, nothing happened.
Yeah.
No, this is for the benefit of the viewers. When Rahul Gandhi's assets have to be declared while filing an election application for contesting as a candidate, he had declared the backups company which was registered in India in Mumbai, Maharashtra, as he holding shares, and he did not declare this company which he held in Britain and UK, and he did not disclose that. This also is a major offense. So I hope the viewers understand. You have to declare your assets, your shares, your movable property and all that. So this company, he did not declare the shares he held in this company, which is already showing here before you what we have dug out. Besides the British citizenship, he has not even declared the shares he held in this overseas company. So all this only point out to the fake or fraud that he's been playing with the Indian electorates.
Yes, quite right. So Arvind.
यस सर, डॉक्टर स्वामी, हम अपने जो आज का हमारा कार्यक्रम है, इसका जो शीर्षक है, टाइटल ऑफ द प्रोग्राम, विल अपोजिशन सिंक इफ राहुल गांधी लूजेस हिज इंडियन सिटीजनशिप। अब आपने PIL डाल दिया है, उसका नेचुरली देयर बी अ हियरिंग इन द कोर्ट। As a result of the hearing, if Rahul Gandhi loses his citizenship of India, he will be disqualified as a member of parliament, like he was done earlier also, and he will lose his position in the Congress. Now, the question is, what do we say about the opposition? Will opposition sink? मेरा एक hypothesis है कि अगर राहुल गांधी और सोनिया गांधी because of the citizenship issue or because of National Herald issue, if they lose importance within the party, there is only one alternative left for Congress people, is that Priyanka Gandhi. Priyanka Gandhi is not involved in the case as accused in either National Herald or any other case so far.
No. She's not in politics, so we don't come out with what we know about her.
So first is if they accept Priyanka Gandhi's leadership, in case of
then
Rahul,
she has to leave the next month. If she joins politics, she'll have to leave next month. Because
I know, because you have secrets.
We don't want to go with people who are not formally in politics.
Right.
You see, politics is a different matter. National security is involved.
Will there be a merger of all the Congress factions or leaders who have come out of the Congress at one point or other, like NCP, TMC, and Congress. If they merge together, then maybe Mamata Banerjee could emerge as a single strong leader of the merged party.
Yeah, well, that's not my headache. That's not my headache. I want the BJP to come to power minus Modi.
Yeah,
you see,
but
Modi is debasing.
Well, whether opposition will sink.
Oh, their headache. I'm not concerned. I want the public to know, minus Modi and of course his chelas, the BJP is still the best party in the country, and it should be brought back minus these people. In fact, if Modi stands again, he should be defeated. This time he nearly got defeated. I don't want to go into the question of what really happened in Varanasi, but that's okay. It has been a blow anyway. So I would, the whole idea of my bringing this out. You see, of course, all the chamchas of Mr. Modi and Amit Shah go on saying, I am joining Congress, I am joining Congress. I mean, when Rajiv Gandhi was there, he and I were buddies, very close friends. He number of times told me, come with me, join my party, I'll give you any portfolio you want, you'll be the senior most minister. I told him, no, I can never be a congressman, because my ideology will ultimately get you into trouble. And there was a Hindutva ideology. From day one, I've been arguing that. So today we need this country to develop the Hindutva psychology in a more constructive way, in a serious way. And all this corruption is hurting us, you see. We can't, who will believe us if tomorrow Pujari is caught stealing in a bank? Will anyone ever go to him again? So therefore, this is the reason why I have brought it out, to say we don't want the Congress party in the present leadership. And as far as BJP is concerned, Mr. Modi goes, and he is about to go in, according to me. Then BJP can again flower into a party that has the government in its hand.
Dr. Swamy, the irony and hypocrisy that we heard the Prime Minister speak in the Red Fort, saying that corruption is a huge issue, Parivarvad, this and that. Yes. I mean, what more data, what more proof do you need that this is corruption? He's not even sent one person to jail, because he was speaking about corruption. He's not even sent one person of significance to jail in terms of corruption case, when in spite of huge evidence, be it National Herald case, be it this case. I mean, there are hundreds of cases, Aircel Maxes. You've been filing one case after another, and the government is doing everything under its power to slow this case.
Yes.
So, yeah, good. I just want your comments on that.
No, I totally agree with you, because they feel that if they don't stop me, then the opposition whom I am going after, they will expose him. You see, that's his problem. His hands are not clean. And that is the reason why he is so defensive about all these people. He has no love for Congress, but he has to do it, otherwise he'll be exposed. He cannot oppose the Chinese, because they will expose what he used to do as a chief minister, the 10 times he went to China. So, I mean, you have to be squeaky clean if you want to lead this country into glory, you see. You can't be somebody who does these cheap things and then, as if thinking that he'll never be caught. Of course, these guys have got enough material, enough machines to see that you are photographed in everything.
So, Dr. Swamy, I just want to quickly show that this was, Tejas, can you scroll down a little bit? So this was the Maharashtra company, where Priyanka Vadra Gandhi is one of the directors, and they did not disclose this, Dr. Swamy. Again, see this, there you
Send
go.
It to me. Send it to me.
Yeah. So, and she is now going to run for elections from Wayanad. I don't think she's going to declare this.
Yes.
Yeah. अरविंद जी, आप कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं आप?
मैं डॉक्टर स्वामी से कह रहा हूं कि डॉक्टर स्वामी ने इस देश को, उस देश की जनता को एक प्रकार से एक समस्या का हल दे दिया है कि अगर राजनीति को स्वच्छ करना है, अगर भ्रष्टाचार को समाप्त करना है और देश को सही आर्थिक विकास के रास्ते पर अगर ले जाना है, तो दो बातें करनी है। एक, कांग्रेस को गांधी परिवार से मुक्ति दे दो और भारतीय जनता पार्टी को नरेंद्र मोदी जी से मुक्ति दे दो। अगर ये दो चीजें हो जाएं तो कांग्रेस तो खत्म हो जाएगी, भारतीय जनता पार्टी का राज हो जाएगा लंबे समय तक और भारतीय जनता पार्टी नए नेतृत्व के अधीन भारत को एक नए विकास के रास्ते पर ले चलेगी। ये मैं समझता हूं आज के इस कार्यक्रम का बहुत बड़ा संकेत है और ये हल डॉक्टर स्वामी ही दे सकते हैं और डॉक्टर स्वामी ही इस बात को प्रभावी रूप से पालन कर सकते हैं।
बस बहुत अच्छा।
Jagdish ji?
Yeah, Dr. Swamy, I just want to
Yes.
make a statement. Mr. Narendra Modi ji as Prime Minister, before he came to power, and especially to the run-up to the 2014 election, even in the 2019 election, and in the run-up to the 2024 election, he always attacked the Gandhi family for corruption. He talked about all the corrupt deals, and he mentioned many things. Now also on the Red Fort, he made the same speech. But I want to ask you again a question which is bothering us all, and especially people like us who are associated with the BJP. Why has Pradhan Mantri Modi not filed a single criminal case of corruption against Sonia and Rahul Gandhi? See, most of these bucks, andh-bucks, gun-bucks, and blind bucks who are watching our program or hear about our program, I can see a viewership only on YouTube and Facebook of more than 13,000 watching live. They all want to know what is the secret that Modi as Prime Minister in the last 10 years has not filed a single criminal complaint or a case or an ED case. He's threatening all the chamchas of the Congress party and all the crooks of the Congress party or the other opposition party. But why has he no courage to take any action, any single action, government action? All this is to be done by Dr. Subramanian Swamy, who is not in power, who is not enjoying ministerial position or any other comforts. Why you only have to do? Why is Pradhan Mantri Modi reluctant to file these cases against the corrupt Congress dynasty?
Oh, very simple. He knows that what the Congress knows, if they go public, you can contradict what they say and ask them to produce this proof and that proof, but it will damage him. And I can also tell you that there are foreign agencies which will pick it up, especially if it is done by Congress, because they don't want this Hindutva party to prosper, because it will change the international situation completely. Because once the Hindutva takes root in India, the whole of Southeast Asia will come with us, because they were with us on the same basis. Even China was with us on the basis of Hindutva. So the kind of not the kind of rabble-rousing Hindutva, I am not for that. But I would say the ideas of the ideology of Hindutva, based on our Gita and Ramayana and all these other scriptures, that will catch fire in no time. Even today, yoga has got such a big footing in America. Pranayam has got this thing, so many things that we have. People are using it in America. When you go to America, you will see it. So if once the country as a whole is run on the principles of, an enlightened view of Hindutva, I will tell you that the whole of Southeast Asia will be with us in no time, and that will upset the international order. because the power that India would get would be enormous, and the power that we had before.
I think it's Arvind. It's time for us to wind up. I think you can have your uh, uh, closing remarks.
Jagdish, just before I wind up, I will ask a question which has been bothering me for quite some time. Over a period of years. In 2015, you mentioned, Jagdish, that Dr. Swamy wrote this letter first time to Prime Minister Narendra Modi about Rahul Gandhi's British citizenship. PM did not act. Home Minister Rajnath Singh acted, but then he was displaced. And Amit Shah was made Home Minister thereafter, and nothing has happened. The question is, this 2015 letter was also made public by Dr. Swamy in 2015 itself. That means 9 years have gone. No single medium, either print or electronic, has raised this issue ever, either in Rahul Gandhi's press conference or in BJP's press conference. Of course, our Prime Minister does not hold a press conference, so there is no question of media asking him. But media has not even asked this question in editorial notes or whenever Rahul Gandhi's analysis has been done a political performance. Media has never asked this question. And naturally, I would ask Dr. Swamy to briefly answer, what do you think is the reason why media is silent on this issue?
Oh, they all can be got at, either physically. I know a lot of journalists who come to me saying that we are under threat and we are afraid. We get horrible phone calls. That's one type. The other type is somebody has got an affair which he doesn't want his wife to know. And so he's threatened by that. That's blackmail. Then there are people who are easily amenable to money. I would say 2/3 of our journalists are amenable to money. So, I mean, all these things put together, you see. So, and there is Prime Minister has a man called I forget his name.
Hiren Joshi.
That's right. Hiren Joshi. He's a joint secretary. All he does is threaten journalists. The journalists have told me what kind of language he uses. And so, how can you have a man like that as joint secretary of the PMO? You see, so these are the things that we are concerned about. Our country is cracking up. I would say, if we don't stop it, we'll be in great deal of, we may find ourselves again in the hands of maybe not exactly like the Mughals and the British, but in different form, become boneless people.
Thank you, Dr. Swamy, for answering that. We all know how the media has been succumbing to the pressure of ruling party, and why media is silent. That question is also answered. And thank you, Dr. Swamy, for highlighting this issue again and bringing this to the notice of the public, that you have not been silent. It is the government which has maintained the silence on Rahul Gandhi and not acting deliberately. Now, people who support BJP, people who support Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also start asking question, I hope, that why Prime Minister Modi, you're not acting against Gandhi family, despite the fact that you have all the evidences in black and white. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jagdish. Thank you, Ramesh Swamy. Thanks the technical team led by Ashish Shetty. I must appreciate time and again. Our technical team is doing wonders, and that is why we have increased viewership with every program, with every episode. And thanks Ashish and his team, Swaminathan, Tejas Navalgul, Gadgi Rakesh, Ishwar Iyer, Ajesh Mehta, Vishal Mehta, Ajesh Nair, and Gurudat Shetty. We will be meeting again with a new topic, because this topic, what Dr. Subramanian Swamy has now through PIL again highlighted, this will be opening the Pandora's box, and it will be giving food for thought for people to think and act. and we'll be meeting again next Sunday with a new topic with Dr. Subramanian Swamy. 8 p.m. next Sunday. Till then, namaskar. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.